Hi there, good evening and welcome to the only show that gives you an in-depth analysis and insight into the Ghana Premier League as we look forward to match day 6. International break is over. The Black Stars of Ghana have secured a ticket to play in the next World Cup, so we are back to the domestic front, and this time it is match day 6 of the Ghana Premier League as we look at 3 live games which will be on TV3 and on Nya TV. My name is Mutala Yakubu, and today I've been joined by 2 of the very best when it comes to the Ghana Premier League. Resident analyst and GPL statistician Mohammed Shaban is here. And one man who, when you go to Dansuman, he's a god there because he made a name for himself when he was playing for Liberty Professionals. He is the reason why Ho United are playing in the Ghana Premier League for the first time. But these days, he's an assistant coach with Bechem FC. Alfred Nelson is also here. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
A lot to talk about this evening as far as match day 6 is concerned. But let's do a recap of what happened in match day 5.
Turns around Bedu. Good movement from Aqua. Now here is Jehu. Tries to pick out Amo.
So it rained goals at several venues, but Asante Kotoko and Nations FC ended goalless, and Heart of Folk also drew goalless with Heart of Lions. So match day 6 is what we are looking forward to, and 3 live games would be on TV3 and Onuya TV. Let me run you through the games quickly. It will start on Saturday. Coverage would start on Saturday. Take notice of that one. There's Medeama coming up against Samartex, and that game will be live on TV3 and Onuya TV at 3 p.m. Then we have 11 Wonders against Karela, with Dreams FC also coming up against Nations FC. On Sunday, loads of the games to look forward to. And Heart of Folk, who did a double over Berekum Chelsea last season, will be going back to the Golden City Park to take on Berekum Chelsea in that one. So Samuel Bodu coming up against his former club, Heart of Folk. And that game would also be live on TV3 and Onuya TV at 3 p.m. There's also Bechem United against Vision FC with Hoho United. Alfred Nelson's former club, they would be taking on Aduana FC. Swedro All Blacks will be back to the Swedro Sports Stadium, this time against Basake Holy Stars. Then on Monday, Baby Any Gold Stars will be returned to their favorite dance park as they take on Heart of Lions. That game between Asante Kotoko and Young Apostles will not actually be coming off because Kotoko have a commitment in Africa. They will be playing WAC of Morocco in the Confederation Cup. So big one. So these are the fixtures that we are looking forward to. Let's get the conversation underway. The big games, Alfred. Medeama are flying under Ibrahim Tanko. They are coming up against Samartex. Medeama have really found it difficult to defeat Samartex in recent times.
I think this is going to be the first time because they are playing very well, especially playing at the TNA Park. Samartex are doing quite well, but I think Medeama is going to win that game.
But what do you think is working the magic for Coach Ibrahim Tanko?
He took them out of town. They went to Ivory Coast, so I think their training was intense. The tactics was well explained to the players, and I think they understood it. When they were in Ivory Coast, the series of friendlies they played, it didn't go quite well for them. So I think they learned a lot from whatever transpired in Ivory Coast.
Now let's get onto the screens because what I'm seeing there is very interesting. Shaban, it looks like Medeama and Samartex could go either ways in this one.
Yeah, so just as you said, it's interesting statistics, and if you look at what we have here, a clear indication of what to expect in the fixture. But let's talk about the TNA Stadium, Mutala. Now, the TNA Stadium has hosted a total of 20 Ghana Premier League fixtures. And out of the 20 fixtures, Medeama have won 16 of the games. They've lost twice, and that is against Heart of Folk and also Berekum Chelsea. And then they've drawn twice of their fixtures. It includes Kumasi Asante Kotoko as well. So out of the 20 matches, 16 wins, and that is a good record for Medeama Sporting Club. Now, Coach Christopher Enin, as the head coach of FC Samartex, he's unbeaten in the last 5 matches, of course. The last time FC Samartex lost a fixture was against Heart of Oak in the Ghana Premier League match day 34. That was played at Accra Sports. This season, if you pick the 4 teams who are unbeaten, FC Samartex are part of them. Now, let's look at the statistics going into the game. And the permutations clearly shows that Samartex have never scored a Premier League goal since making their debut in the 2022-23 season. And so, clearly 2-0. And this is when Jonathan Sowa scored a goal. And then Vincent Atinga also converted from the spot. The following season, Jonathan Sowa again scored against FC Samartex. The last season, Jonathan Sowa was not around. So, Medeama Sporting Club failed to score. But if you look at the statistics, it is confirming that each season, Samartex managed to pick a point. And so it started by 2-0. The following season was 1-0. The total goals reduced. Then now the total goals is 0-0. And so we are going to look at how Samartex will climb, are battling against Medeama Sporting Club. But then for Medeama Sporting Club, Mutala, consistently they have proven to be one of the best sides this season, winning 4 of their matches and also losing 1. At the TNA Stadium, they've been the best this season, winning all their fixtures. But we look at the drawing board and look at what the teams...
And you can talk about Samartex not winning enough games, but in terms of defensive solidity, It looks like Christopher Ennin has fared well in some games. I watched them against Nations FC, and I saw how disciplined they were at the back. Now, in terms of how they could line up, I know that, Ibrahim Tanko will still go with his, favorite midfield trio because Prince is back in camp. That is what we are hearing after that exploit with the Black Stars. But how could the two teams line up this weekend when they come up against each other?
Yeah, so we are looking at the permutations of these two teams. And so we have FC Samartex here and also Medeama Sporting Club, who are the home team here. FC Samartex will be here. And so clearly we are looking at how they would line up and battle each other. But we know of Medeama Sporting Club, who are more of a wing play side. And so that is why you will see Derek Fojo here. Usually, Derek Fojo would want to operate from here, but then Coach Tanko Ibrahim always wants to use him from the flanks. Then Kevin Nkrumah as well. Then the one man who has gotten them 2 goals this season, Salam. And so if you look at the statistics of Salam this season, he's played 5 matches for Medeama Sporting Club. He scored 2 goals, and he's played about 329 minutes for them. And so that makes him one of the interesting players to watch out for. But then 2 key players to watch out for from the midfield of Medeama Sporting Club, because when they search forward, what they do is to have almost all their players here. Salim Adams have joined them, and so he has played 2 matches. Former Heart-to-Folk midfielder Salim Adams. So he is expected to also join them from the attack. And that is why usually when Medeama Sporting Club are playing against opponents who are very swift in building up from the defense, it becomes a problem because usually they all want to attack. And if you look at the entire midfielders and the strikers, they are mostly building up from the attack. Now, you have Emmanuel Owusu, and then you have Prince Owusu, the latest player to join the Black Stars.
Yes. How important would he be to the setup now that he's returned from the Black Stars camp?
Well, his statistics clearly shows because he has 3 matches, because he's missed 2 fixtures because of the Black Stars camp, but he has 1 assist to his credit. And then, of course, he's been one fine player to watch out for in the team because he has a lot of potential. He is very skillful. But the advantage they have is that usually Prince plays as an attacking midfielder, but you find him here making it so difficult for the opponent to break through. And so in terms of set piece, we are going to see Medeama Sporting Club creating them because they have the players to do those runs. Now, if you look at FC Samartex, this is their biggest strength. That is their 2 centre-backs. Kofi Agbesime, as well as...
Formerly of Heart-to-Folk.
Yeah, former Heart-to-Folk. He is their biggest strength going into the game. He has 5 matches, but there's something about Kofi Agbesime. And from Bechem United, he has about 30 matches, 32 matches. He's joined Heart-to-Folk. He played 33 matches for them. The following season, he was transferred to FC Samartex. Last season, he had 25 matches, the least number of games played by a Premier League player, Kofi Agbesime, since his participation in the Premier League from 2020-21. But then at Samartex this season, he's become consistent, 450 minutes played as a centre-back. Then you talk about another consistent player, Ebenezer Aqua. He also has 450 minutes. So that is their strength. Their strength is to block their opponents from scoring them. And so I want to see how Aqua Agbesime will line up in blocking their opponent. But from the wing backs, I am a bit cautious about how Samartex, I'm sure Christopher Nin will be very cautious about how Samartex are going to attack. Because the more you set forward, the more you create space. Because Sian, their longest serving player, would also want to set forward to get the goals. Then Essien would also want to set forward. And it paves way for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because usually, Medeama SC would want to attack their opponent, especially at the TNA Stadium. And if you look at the number of players remaining for Samartex, it will be about 4 of their players. And so I'm sure Christopher Nin is going to pack the back, irrespective of how his wingers are going to play. That is Zachary, their striker. They find him from Northern City. He scored a total of 21 goals in the Access Bank Division 1 League. Aside him, you talk about Ejenin. He also played for Heart of Lions last season. He's yet to score a goal for them. Then you talk about Imano Mama. Mama is also a clinical finisher, and he scored 2 goals for them this season. The last fixture, he had the goal. But then a tough one, I'm looking at how Yusuf Mubarak, Jacob Amu, and then the new signing, Bafo, who signed from 11 Wonders, who has had 398 minutes for Medeama Sporting Club, going to also help his side to keep a clean sheet against FC Samartex.
So big one, it is Samartex who are coming up against Medeama, a proper Western derby. And remember that in the last 3 seasons, both teams have managed to win the Ghana Premier League. So this is a match made in heaven. It will be live on TV3 on Saturday at 3 p.m. But one other club that is looking forward to getting its first win in the Ghana Premier League is the Dreams FC. They've struggled since the Ghana Premier League started. And Wilfred Dormon, their head coach, will be looking at picking up 3 points against a very disciplined Nations FC. Ahead of the game, he is very optimistic that that game would actually go their favor.
Well, it's been very, very positive. From a heart-breaking Medeama lost. We quickly returned the team to training. We did some view analysis, review. I mean, where we got it right, where we also got it wrong. And the players have to take responsibilities, of course, first and foremost. And the managers will have to take full responsibilities. And we intensify the preparation, the physical, technical, tactical aspect. We've done some individual work, and then we've also done some group, and also as a team we've lifted their confidence, we've intensified the training and making sure that we adapt to every segment of the game in the next game. It's always about the next game. We have to make sure that we beat the next opponent in front of us.
Wilfred Dormon, head coach of Dreams FC, taking over from Karim Zito, who is now with Asante Kotoko. Alfred, 5 games for Dreams FC, no win, 4 defeats, 1 draw. Should Dormon change the style a bit? You watch them when they play Lions. I was with you in Pando. You saw how possessive, obsessed they were, but they didn't create enough chances, and it's already, something that has to change in their team to get the 3 points.
I think they are playing quite well. We played them at the Tuba Astrotef. They have their fluidity, they are swinging passes here and there. I think they are not patient in the attacking third, and that one is the work of the coach to make sure everything is done. But performance-wise, I think they are doing very well, and they just have to be patient with the coach. I think week 6, 7, all the teams will normalize, and I believe Dreams will do very well. Yeah.
Now, you are a coach, so you know about tactics and formation. Should he employ the Karim Zito tactics? At least, if it's not going well, let me go back to what my godfather taught me.
Coaching, you have to believe in your style. You have to be you, because that will define you at the end of everything. So I think he should just stick to whatever he's doing. The players are doing well. Whoever understands football will know what he has put into the players and how well they are playing. So I think it's just a matter of time, like I said.
Of course, and it's a big one. So they are coming up against Nations FC in their Nations. Also with a bit of a problem, because Kasim Mingo is very worried that the goals are not coming. You have Emmanuel Ano in your squad, you have Chawate, you have Dan. So how do they turn this around?
I think with Nations, I'm a bit surprised, because when you look at the form they had last season and bringing in Farouk Mohamed from Hoho United, I was looking forward to seeing them do good things this season. But like I said, from week 6, 7 going, all the teams will normalize, and I believe Nations will come out clean.
One team that currently knows that they are very superb when it comes to defending, it's Hartlepool. They've played 5 matches in the Ghana Premier League and are yet to concede in that one. Big win for them, because they will come up against Berekum Chelsea, a team they did the double over last season. But one player within that Hartlepool ranks who have divided opinion among Ghanaians is Benjamin Asare, the #1 goalkeeper for the Black Stars. Now, during the week, head of sports, that is Michael Otieje, had a one-on-one exclusive interview with Otuado, who spoke about the fate of Benjamin Asare.
Close decision. And what with him, what was the turning point was the last trainings. So when we invited him, he really trained well. He was really had this self-consciousness. He was pushing the players, organizing, doing everything we could to win this training match. And this really convinced us, not only me, also our goalkeeper coach and the department of coaches, to give him a chance. And It's interesting that, let's say, the last week, I have to say, Atizigi was also really, really good in training. So the goalkeepers are pushing themselves, and that's what we want. And the same with the players. We want a solid, natural, and a positive concurrence situation where each and every player is pushing each other.
But you obviously you think Asare is international level, but how good a goalkeeper is he?
Yeah, he's really good. He has I think his strength definitely on the line. Shot blocking and on the line, and there's still room to improve.
Coach Ocho Ado there, head coach of the Black Stars, talking about Benjamin Asare, who is likely to be in post for Heart-to-Folk against Berekum Chelsea. Even though Shatawale is inviting him to his birthday party on Saturday, I'm sure Asare will be needed in the Heart-to-Folk camp. But it's against Berekum Chelsea. Samuel Boadu knows the Hearts team very well. Heart-to-Folk did the double over them last season, but the Hearts' problem is goal scoring. Can they survive at the Golden City Park?
It's going to be a caging encounter. It's going to be a difficult one. I think Berekum Chelsea are not doing too well. Samuel Boadu, after leaving Heart-to-Folk, he has not been on top form meeting them. So I think this is a good time for him to redeem his image against Accra Heart-to-Folk. And especially being at the Berekum Golden City Park, I think they will come in strongly. And I see Berekum Chelsea winning that fixture.
But where do you stand on the Benjamin Asare debates? I mean, you are from the local front. You know a lot about local players. Is he really doing the business for Black Stars? Is there really a cause for alarm?
I think he's doing quite well. It's about organization. I think he communicates very well, and that's why the Black Stars are not conceding goals. It's about the arrangement on the pitch, and I think he's doing quite well with that. So I think there's no problem. He's doing well.
Of course, Benjamin Asare there, likely to be imposed. Shaban, I know that Heart-to-Folk last season, one of the teams they had joy against was Berekum Chelsea. Double over them.
Mutala, it's been consistent victory, consistent picking of points against Berekum Chelsea at the Golden City Park. And there's one interesting fact to know, and this is it. Berekum Chelsea against Heart-to-Folk at home. And for 5 consecutive seasons, Chelsea have failed to score a goal against Heart-to-Folk. And so they are going into the fixture having failed to even convert one of their chances against Heart-to-Folk. And that is a bit of worry going into the fixture. And so in 2020-21, Chelsea failed to score, Heart-to-Folk failed to score. 2021-22, Chelsea failed to score again, Heart-to-Folk picked a point. 2022-23, Chelsea failed to score, Heart-to-Folk failed to score. Then in 2023-24, Hearts beat Chelsea by 3-0. And then last season, Mauli Wayo's goal was enough for Heart-to-Folk to beat Berekum Chelsea. Now, if you want to do more deep breakdown of this fixture, Heart-to-Folk are unbeaten in their last 5 away games. And so the last one ended in a draw against Bechem United.
Okay.
Aside that, if you are looking at Berekum Chelsea, in their last 4 home matches, Chelsea have lost 3 and have won just once. And so it makes it more difficult. And they are going to play against a side who have kept clean sheets in all their league games. And so that is the advantage Heart-to-Folk has. And so with Heart-to-Folk keeping consecutive clean sheets, then also keeping clean sheets against Berekum Chelsea, then for me, it is going to be a difficult fixture for them.
Okay, definitely Heart-to-Folk will be smiling approaching this game, knowing that they've kept 5 clean sheets in the Ghana Premier League. But Alfred Nelson, one thing remains the same. Heart-to-Folk have only scored 2 goals in 5 games. Coach Masudi Dramani is clearly unhappy with that, but how does he change that?
I've watched them. I think he teaches them the modern football. The football is like a script. When one person is not moving quite well, it becomes difficult for them on the pitch. I think the system is working, but the individual players are not reacting very well to what he wants them to do. I see what he does behind the scene. The blackboard work and all those things are very important, and he does that. He gives them details, but I think when it comes to performance, it's the individual players. I think they don't have swift and daring wingers to cause havoc to the opposing teams. They have a good setup at the back. They have a good midfield, but I think they don't have those wingers that will take people on 1v1. They are not running enough. They don't have strikers that when you put the ball behind the defenders, they will outrun them and all that. So I think those departments are where Hasselhoff is lacking.
Of course, Hasselhoff, and they would have Benjamin Asare back with Sharif in post for them last week. It was a good one, and we saw how Hasselhoff were excited to at least keep another clean sheet, but the fans were frustrated because it ended in another draw. One other team that is struggling, Bechem United, also not having a good time. Their new coach, that is Desmond Botry, has been speaking and talking about the upcoming game against Bechem FC.
Our game is the finishing, and lack of concentration, little bit calmness and focus as robbers of our goals. But we are working on it. Definitely we'll get there. The position is very, very, very well, and you can see the boys going up and down. The boys are even serious more than me, and I really applaud them the way they know what is happening. We are in crisis, and we need to score. So they all know what is happening. They are putting in all their effort to make sure we come out victorious this Sunday. Of course, we are going to turn the table around, and we promise all the fans that we are going to make sure they smile this time around.
Situation I never knew there. High. Out here, about 5 matches, 2 points, and a high. Say last season, see what happened. In the next match in the every team are firing. Situation in the out here is good, and okay matches now are we are playing very good, and I hope you say Nyame Aduma Sunday. Yes, I have a vision.
I'm expecting a very competitive game. We know that Bechem is a very, very good side. Last season they came here and they took 1 point, and then when we went there they beat us, and they played very, very well, beating us. So it's one of the teams that when we play we find it very difficult. But new team, new players, new season. I think that we should be able to go out there and make ourselves proud.
We have high expectations because it's been a good week for us, coming off a win. So we believe we can do something in Bechem. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Since the team is in high spirits, it's going to help us. Because playing a game, you need the spirit, you need the team to be together. And we are together now. So everybody is pushing anyone. You have competitions everywhere, so nobody is slacking. Everybody is pushing.
Bechem FC manager Nana Kwajima was with the Ghana's under-17 team in Ivory Coast. He's back, and Bechem are doing the business. This time they are coming up against a not so good Bechem United side there. Now Bechem will be going into this one, Alfred Nelson, with a lot of confidence after that bloodbath against Bibiani Gold Stars. They would approach this knowing that Bechem haven't done too well.
Yeah, we've gained lots of momentum. We have the confidence now. The players are running, self-confidence, what we've also put into them. The coach has really done so well. When he came back, I saw differences in our training and everything. So I think we are going there with high hopes and everything. Bechem, it's quite unfortunate. They still have the core of the team around. It's just Aziz, who went to Kotoko, the goalkeeper, and their left back that has left the team. But I still don't know why they've not gelled. But I know it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be the most difficult we've played this season. But we are going there with a plan, and I know we'll execute it very well.
Now, I know the season started before you joined Bechem, but what exactly was the problem with the team? Why was the team not picking up maximum points in their games?
I think pre-season they didn't start early. Basically, it was about that their fitness was down, and when I went there, I noticed those small areas that I think we needed to work on their fitness. But in terms of tactics, how they move on the pitch, they understand it very well. So their fitness has now gone up, and that's why it's making the difference.
Shaban, Desmond Botwe, Bechem United, high hopes, but currently not going as planned.
Difficult season for Bechem United, if you ask me. I would say Bechem are trying to pick up, but it's over the years, it's been like that. Usually when they come out with a new coach who takes over a young team, and I've seen August Nokra warming up gradually in the current Bechem United setup, and that is a positive one for them. Having lost to Aduana FC, returning back home, they've been one of the sides that are really good at home, especially at the Nana Fosuji Abua Park. And for me, it's a make or break for them. I don't see how their opponents are going to manage to even pick a point. I see Bechem United consistently scoring a goal. Even though they failed to score against Heart of Oak, they managed to get a goal against Aduana FC in Doma, where they lost by 2-1. And that is a positive mark. It's likely they could get a goal or two, and that would pave way for them to record a victory against their opponent.
Of course, so we are looking forward to that one. It would be a big game. But one other fixture that everyone is talking about is that game between Hoho United and Aduana FC. Now, the last few games at the Hoho Sports Stadium have all ended in victory for newly promoted Hoho United. Alfred, you have been with Hoho United before. You qualified them into the Premier League. How important would picking up maximum points at the Hoho Stadium be to their cause at the end of the season?
I think the 3 home matches that they are playing has really helped them. They've played 2, they've won all 2, and the 3rd one is on Sunday. I think their spirits are high, their confidence is high as well. The supporters are behind them. The coach is exploring new things, and I can see from the way they are playing that they are in high spirits. I don't see Aduana going there to cause any havoc. They are in their elements now, and any team that goes there will be in trouble.
Shaban Atapoku says I should tell you that every game that Aduana plays this season, it's a win for them, whether home or away. He's now the CEO of Aduana FC. They are going to Hoho, a very difficult grounds.
Difficult grounds, but this is a big test for Hoho United. I wanted to see how Karela were going to actually disturb them, but they clearly proved that they are a good side. Now, I want to see consistently in 3 matches at home, winning 2, drawing 1. Now the pressure is down. But for Aduana FC, yes, I agree. Senior Atapoku could actually feel that they are going there to pick a win. But the statistics clearly shows that Aduana have been very poor in all their away matches. And that is why it paves way for Hoho United. Hoho are actually very good against sides that do not really perform away. But for Aduana, picking up gradually, I am yet to see much from Bright J. I've seen Mizak Efie showing glimpses of quality, but Emmanuel Mafo, his bicycle kick, I'm sure it is one of the things that they are looking forward for at Hoho Stadium. But that venue is really a difficult one. Hoho United, Ganiwu is picked up form, and for me, I think that their attackers are doing well. Senati is passing the ball. William Ojo, they are actually a good side, and I want to see much from them this weekend. This is a tough fixture, but I want to see how Aduana would go in there. If they fail to win, then I will agree with Hoho United that this season they are going to make their venue a tough one, like Vision FC have done with Nia Jekweku II.
So that is at the Hoho Sports Stadium, Hoho United coming up against Aduana FC. But one other venue that has the same vibe as Hoho is the Swedru Sports Stadium. All Blacks will be back at home against Basake Holy Stars. The last time they played there, they lost 1-0 to Bibiani Gold Stars. Basake Holy Stars are yet to get a goal or even score a goal in this year's Ghana Premier League. They've played 4 games and have not scored any. Swedru will be going into this one with a lot of confidence.
Swedru will have themselves to be blamed if they don't win at the Swedru Sports Stadium.
They've already lost the game there.
Yes, they lost to Bibiani Gold Stars. I watched the highlights and I think they played quite well. They didn't just take their chances, and I see them winning, but it's going to be a slim margin.
Now, Shaman, everyone is praising Suede All Blacks for playing some wonderful and tantalizing football, but does that really win points in the Ghana Premier League? Because we've seen the likes of Accra Lions do that.
Mutala, I've told you that the Premier League is a difficult terrain. Newly promoted sides come in there with high hopes, but then at a point they have to lower their expectations. And it happened to all United when they drew against Young Apostles at home. But if you look at the position of these two teams, Basake Holy Stars have 2 points, Suede All Blacks have just 3 points, losing almost all their fixtures, winning just 1. And so Suede All Blacks are telling us that if you don't beat them, they will beat you. And that is what they are proving this season. And that is also a signal for Basake Holy Stars, because clubs have started amassing points. Mutala, if you look at the total points amassed, if you keep dropping points, to catch up will be very difficult for you. And that is why the two opponents are going to actually battle for all the 3 points. We are not going to see a draw, but then for Suede All Blacks, they are yet to prove to me that they are a good side. After their win against Berekum Chelsea, I am still not convinced with their performance. I want to see more, and it will depend on their results against Basake Holy Stars.
All Blacks, big one to look forward to as they play Basake Holy Stars. Now, one other game that will be live on TV3 and on your TV will be that Monday game at the Dance Park, where Gold Stars will be hosting Heart of Lions. High-flying Heart of Lions have picked up 2 points in their last 2 games against the big boys, Asante Kotoko, and of course, Heart of Oak. Their manager, Bashir Hayford, says the most important thing they need to do is continue accumulating points there. But, I mean, Alfred Nelson, Heart of Lions have been brilliant. Regardless of where they play, they've showcased why they are unbeaten in the league this season.
I think they are doing quite well. Bashir Hayford's 4-4-2, the traditional one, is working for the team. They understand him very well. In all departments, they are doing so well. They are resilient. They are resolute at the back. Marcel Lawrence, Hennessy, Bismarck, Danso, and Aban, they are doing so well. Ishmaelado, I think they have a good balance. The camaraderie, the understanding, the fluidity is there. And I think they are a hard team to beat.
Of course, and their main engine has to be that midfield where we have Eche Dogli, Ishmaelado, and Buama. Shemana, it looks like the trio is currently the best in the Ghana Premier League.
Yes, it looks like they are the best in terms of performance. And for Heart of Lions, proud to this game, they are the side with the most consistent starters. And so if you pick Heart of Lions, you know Danso will start from the right side. Bismarck Enin will be here. And the two most consistent players for Ebenezer Aban, a lot needs to be said about him. He's given us some good performance as a centre-back, scoring 15 goals in the Premier League. Last season, he had one. Last 2 seasons, he scored 13 goals for them, 13 from the sports kick. And so that is for Aban. Now, their key component, and that is where they dominate and create chances, is their midfield. And that is why a lot of people speak highly of Eche Dogli. He's had 360 minutes for them, 1 assist, and he's played 4 matches for them this season. And
now, Shaban, I'll come back to that Heart of Lions Bibiani Gold Stars game, because it is one of the games to look forward to this weekend in Match Day 6. You're still watching the GPL build-up show here on TV3. We will take a quick breather. We will return shortly.
Meet our 4 beautiful ladies in the circle. Great talk, positive vibes, and the energy is unstoppable.
Give them, because we be giving favors. One second, but we won't say too much. Keep it ready, hands up, hands up. Me and you for life, for life. If I die.
Join the hottest ladies in town on the brand new season of Lady Circle.
Lady Circle. The Ladies Circle shows Saturdays at 6 p.m. on TV3.
Brought to you by Yaz Sanitary Pad,
MTN, Betway, Nivea.
Every morning I wake up with purpose. They say experience comes with age. I say it comes with daring to start again and again. I have led teams, I've built dreams. I've learned that leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about knowing how to grow. I lift as I climb, because true success is not about you. It's about what you pass on to others. So here's my advice. Be bold, be brilliant. Build the life you deserve. Because today's woman, hey, she's unstoppable.
The all-new Today's Woman with Audrey Salome now shows on Thursdays at 9 p.m. on TV3.
Brought to you by
Gino, Pomo Tomato Mix.
From gutters to innovation hubs, from pollution to prosperity, Ghana's plastic story is being rewritten. Join the Media General Waste Summit 2025 as policymakers, business leaders, and change makers unite to transform waste into opportunity. Let's filter our future for cleaner cities, healthier lives, and a stronger circular economy. Venue, Labadi Beach Hotel. Date 28th October 2025. Live on TV3, 3FM. Visit MediaGeneralGH.com for details.
Give them the other one. Give them the other one. Ah!
Welcome back from that break. You're still watching the GPL build-up show here on TV3. Now to the favorite part of the show, or my favorite part of the show, where we do all the prediction. And I like it very much because if the teams do not win, they hold these two men accountable. Now let's do it quickly. Medeama against Samartex on Saturday. Shaban, who wins that game?
Medeama win or draw.
I mean, Alfred, 11 Wonders against Karela United.
Karela is playing home.
Yeah. No, Karela is playing away.
1-1.
Okay. Dreams FC Nations FC.
Dreams FC first win of the season.
Then there's Berekum Chelsea against Heart of Oak Nelson.
1-0 Berekum Chelsea.
Bechem United against Vision.
Bechem United straight win, first win of the season.
Ho United against Aduana Alfred.
3-0 Ho United.
Then there's that game between Swedro All Blacks and Basake Holy Stars. Shaban, who wins?
Swedro All Blacks win.
Then the final game for the week is Gold Stars against Heart of Lions.
Lions 1-0.
So you've heard from these two men. If you do not win your game, hold them accountable. I have nothing to do with it at all. A good one, and we are looking forward to match day 6 because Medeama will take on Samartex. It will be live on TV3 and on TV on Saturday at 3 p.m. Then on Sunday is Berekum Chelsea against Heart of Oak. That game would also be live on TV, and we wrap up our coverage of match day 6 with that game between Gold Stars and Heart of Lions. So do make a date with us and enjoy all these live games. Thanks to my guest, Shaban Mohammed, the GPL statistician and assistant coach of Vision FC, Alfred Nelson. I hope we catch up in one of the league centers this weekend. My name is Mutala Yakubu. This has been another interesting show here on TV3. And I'll remind you again, 3 live games on TV. On Saturday, then on Sunday, on Monday, we have games for you. Till we meet again, it's au revoir. Bye-bye.